Hey everyone! On this week's episode of Geek Talk, we wanted to talk about something that's been becoming more and more relevant in the movie platform these days, and that's superhero burnout movies. Now, everyone probably remembers when the first Avengers movies came out, and the first Captain America movie came out, and the first Iron Man movie came out. These movies were highly sought after to see. They were amazing. The stories were amazing. The acting was amazing. And, over the time, the MCU has put out, many exceptional films in the superhero genre. For me, I think the evolution of, the Captain America, the first movie was okay. The second one was better. The third one was probably, arguably, my most favorite, superhero movie of all time. But then the same thing with the Guardians of the Galaxy. They have 1, 2, and 3 was just released. Ant-Man, well, we won't talk about Ant-Man. But we got the Marvels coming out this year, and I really think that the superhero burnout terminology. There's two parts to that. One is yes, I probably do think there is a little bit of superhero burnout. But two, and I think this is probably the more important and the most relevant idea and issue, is the writing and the stories simply aren't as good as those original films. The first Iron Man, the first Captain America. As they build on that, all of that storytelling was exceptional, and now I just find they're releasing superhero movies to release a superhero movie to fill a spot in the summer blockbuster calendar and schedule. So I think it's important when you go and see a superhero movie, that yes, you probably have had enough, and I'll admit, growing up a huge superhero fan, and I still am. I've actually skipped a few of the Marvel movies because enough is enough. But at the same time, I've done my homework, I've read reviews, and I've actually, watched a couple of them that I was kind of on the fence on, but I still went because of, my love for these movies. And I walked out saying, man, the storytelling was really weak, on that specific movie, Shazam. It's a catch-22. I know that so far, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 has made over 100 million at the box office just since its release last weekend. There's a lot of mixed reviews, but I think moving forward, I think the superhero fan probably needs to do a little more homework on their end when it comes to what movies they want to watch, and what series and characters they'd want to follow. Especially with DC now, with their new head of direction, with Mr. Gunn manning the ship there. A lot of people are upset with his direction, but at the same time, the previous direction was an absolute disaster, Justice League. So anyway, hopefully moving forward, we'll, once the writer's strike is over and, these new films start coming out again, once the writer's strike is done, hopefully we'll get back to the core values, strong storytelling, and maybe we can get back to the Captain America Civil War, first Avengers type of really solid storytelling in a superhero movie. So that's just my opinion. I'm sure a lot of people will probably agree or disagree, but again, that's just my opinion. So we'll talk to you next week. Remember, we're all true north, strong and geek. Excelsior!